Hi guys, my name is Ethan Housewright. I'm the education reporter here at the Clean Daily Herald. I'm with Miss Leah Elmore here. She's running for place 3 on the Copperas Cove ISD School Board, and we're just going to go through a few questions with her. So first of all, could you tell us a little bit about yourself as far as your professional background and connection to Copperas Cove?
My professional background in Copperas Cove, actually, I'm a retired DoD civilian. Retired in 21. Moved to Cove in 2016. Had a daughter that graduated from high school in 2018. Load of nieces and nephews, grandchildren in the district, children employed by the district. So I love the community. I moved down, I came down, my parents retired here in 99. So I've been coming down for years. And fell in love with the community spirit and everything starting back like in 2000, just excited to come down here because it was just so vibrant. And then when I moved down, I was like, what happened? And so I started asking questions and then decided that, yeah, I want to be a part of the solution.
So what led you or motivated you to want to run for a position on the school board, and when did you first kind of start considering the idea?
I thought about it last year and I was like, no one knows me. What do I think I'm doing, right? And then this past year I joined the Golden Dogs, which is a program that the district has, and we were touring the facilities, and I was a part of the facility review committee. And when I saw that, and I was like, I want to help. I want to help with the facility issue. I want to help with coming up with plans to address some of the issues in the facility. And then when I realized what the school board did and how they are involved in that whole thing, that's when I said, I want to be a part of that.
Are there other historical challenges or current challenges you've noticed in the district besides facilities that are on your radar?
I think facilities will take care of a lot of challenges in the district. We have a great amount of programs available for students. Club programs, UIL programs, even the other high school that we have, Crossroads, where people can graduate early, focus on just their job because they're not interested in any extracurricular. So there's a lot of advantages that the school district offers, just the space to get it all done in. It's pretty soon the cosmetology students will be able to do your hair and the barber students will be able to cut hair. So it's having the room and the space for these children to grow, and not just them, but the teachers to be able to teach properly. We talk about the students all the time, but someone's in the classroom with them, right? Someone needs the space to help the minds grow. So it would just be beneficial. We have excellent teachers in the district, but their hands are kind of tied as well because some of them share classrooms. I go in and then they go in, and so they don't even have their own space.
So how would you use your position as a trustee to address some of these challenges that you mentioned?
A lot of the challenges are on the board. When I say board, I mean like on the whiteboard to address. They're within the bond. And then there are some outlying things that will need to be addressed as well that didn't make the list that the committee wanted, approved to be dealt with a bond. So with that, it's basically, again, wanting to help, not with a mentality to come in and I need to do this and we should do it this way. And it's being able to bring something to the table, right? If you go to someone's house to eat, you take something with you. You don't just want to sit down and eat up all their food and you didn't bring a dessert, flour, something, right? So it's bringing something to the table, right, to help the ones who are there. If I'm elected, bring in maybe something they didn't think of before, some fresh eyes. Not that their eyes aren't fresh, but a different perspective on things.
And besides the challenges, what are some of the strengths of the district that you've noticed?
Oh my God, our superintendent, our new superintendent is very much, I wanted to say he's like holding the district up on his shoulders, but the superintendent and the way that he has rallied the staff, the maintenance crew, like the crossing guards, he has, on the first day of school, he went to every campus every single campus in that district on the first day of school. And he is not afraid to be seen. So one of the biggest strengths is not just him, but the culture he brought with him. So that, I think, is what's really strong.
Sure. And what would you say sets you apart from other candidates running for the same position?
I would just have to go with my experience in dealing with some of the issues. My experience in, like I stated before, budgeting, process improvement, contracting, because some things, you have contracts and you have to select a contractor. So it's like source selection and request for proposals, and then understanding what they're saying and how much is this going to cost, and asking those questions that, if you're looking at something and you're like, oh, well, this means that, and you're like, where's the fine print? Let's dig a little deeper, because you can't take everything at face value. And I'm not saying contractors are not truthful, but sometimes things don't get spoken. But it's in the fine print. So sometimes you got to dig down and say, wait, what does this clause mean? Or what do you mean by that? Okay, well, can you reword it? Because you don't want to get caught up in things. So just that type of
Sure.
background.
Sure. Is there anything else you'd like to share about yourself, or just anything you'd like to share with the community?
Well, I would just like to say Copperas Cove is a wonderful place to live. I know sometimes on social media it doesn't look that way. It looks like there's this whole civil war going on within the city. It is really not like that. Don't take everything that you see on social media and think that that represents the whole community of Copperas Cove, because a lot of people see some of that and they just well, I'm not even going to deal with that, because that's going to keep going. It'll just keep growing no matter what I say. So a lot of people just don't respond to it. So, but there's a lot of good people in Copperas Cove. It's a wonderful district. It's so diverse, which I love about it. And I know that's because of the military base. But you can walk down the street and see so many different cultures, and that helps people grow as well. Being in an environment that has so many different cultures for you to learn from, and the foods to eat from, because you can learn a lot by breaking bread with people.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. I think that's all of our questions.
Thank you for having me.
in.
Thank you
Yep.
so much.